Using cruise control inside of the Mustang Mach-E is a very straightforward process. There are 3 types of cruise, so it's either normal cruise, adaptive, or BlueCruise, which is full hands-free driving. As you can see, cameras there, they're watching your eyes. It's just going crazy because of the difference in frame rate. But in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the cruise system. So first thing is that you can toggle it on by pushing the button this way. So you know it's on here because you've got these lanes that have shown up. So it's a distance indicator. It's how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you. Think of it almost like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi for the distance. I recommend normally level 1 or 2 for highways and interstates, and then level 1 for residential streets. There's also the lane keeping system that works 3 different ways. So first way, if you start to veer over into a lane without signaling, it'll give you a little bit of a steering wheel shake, almost as if you're running over a rumble pavement. Way number 2 is it'll nudge you back into your lane. And then way number 3, it's going to do a mixture of both. So it'll vibrate the steering wheel, nudge you back into your lane. With the speed set, and well, once the system's on, I should say, in order to set the speed, you're going to then push up. So you're going to go up and down 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. So you can push up or down to set your speed, push and hold up or down in order to go to the nearest 0. From there, you can push the middle button to temporarily pause. You can hit the brake to temporarily pause, and then you push the middle button in order to resume your previously set speed. Inside of the infotainment system, you'd also have the option to adjust a few settings. So you could change out things with your driver assistance settings, change out the type of cruise control. So there's the normal cruise, which is exactly that. If you set it at, let's say, 100 kilometers an hour on the highway, car in front of you slows down, yours will not brake. Versus the adaptive cruise control, if the car in front of you slows down, yours will brake. If they change lanes, you change lanes, pick back up to your previously set speed if that's available. There's lane centering, so when you've got the BlueCruise system enabled, the vehicle can keep you perfectly balanced in your lane without your hands on the wheel. It's amazing. There's also predictive speed assist. Where that one comes into play is if you're going around a bend, the vehicle can automatically slow you down, and then there's a tolerance level. So are you okay with going over or under the speed limit, and at what level? And where that comes into play is, let's say if the speed goes from 50 to 60 or from 60 to 50. So if it drops, the vehicle's automatically going to reduce your speed. If it goes up, it's automatically going to increase your speed, but that's based off of the tolerance level. So how fast or slow are you okay with going over the speed limit? In-lane repositioning is also a really neat setting. That's when you've got the BlueCruise system enabled and you're on highways and interstates. What's going to happen is if there's a vehicle, let's say you're in the middle lane, there's a car in your right lane, what it's going to do is automatically shift you to the outer part of your lane. It's actually a really neat setting. It's very subtle, but let's say if there's a truck to the right-hand side of you and you're passing it, it's going to shift you over to the left part of your lane in order to prevent things like if rocks get kicked up or if the vehicle starts to move into your lane as well. So it's a nice little safety measure that you can use. There's lane change assist. So when you hit the turnstile to go left or right, when you're on the highway, it's automatically going to check the lanes beside you, and then it can change lanes for you automatically. It's a really, really neat process. From there, you've got your lane keeping system, and that's where you're going to go to change it to the alert, the aid, or the mixture of both. So that one's a matter of personal preference there. If you don't want to use the BlueCruise system and you strictly want to use the adaptive or normal cruise, there are 3 different things that you can do in order to disable the BlueCruise system or not use it. The first one is to turn the lane keeping system off. Downside with it off is that if you start to veer over into another lane without signaling, it won't shake the steering wheel or nudge you back into your lane. No big deal, so that's one option. Option number 2 is inside of the infotainment system, you want to go to your driver assistance settings and then cruise control, and you want to make sure that you've got your lane centering with hands-free turned off. Because if that one's not enabled, that means that BlueCruise is not going to work. So you can still use the adaptive or the normal cruise control, it's just that BlueCruise is now disabled. The third thing that you can do is just take over the steering wheel or the accelerator pedal, which you can do at any point in time. So if you're on the highway with BlueCruise enabled, you can hit the accelerator, you can hit the brake, which is going to temporarily pause it so you can push to resume, but you can hit the accelerator pedal at any point in time, and you can also take over the steering wheel at any point in time. So lane change assist is available, so when you hit your turnstile to go over, you can take the steering wheel and move over faster if you'd like to. And then if BlueCruise is taking you around a bend, you can take over the steering wheel at any point in time, and you can just overwrite what BlueCruise is trying to do. So even though it's hands-free, you can drive hands-free, you can still have user input at the same time. So those again are your three options. So it's disabling the lane keeping system, turning off lane centering with hands-free, or grabbing the steering wheel and doing what you want instead. And then there are a series of other options that are available, so cross-traffic alert, blind spot system, things like that. But if you want a full walkthrough on the infotainment system, you'll find that down in the description of this video. But on that note, let's go for a quick drive and I'll show you how this system actually works in person. So as of right now, the system itself is technically turned on, but it's not enabled yet because I haven't actually hit start. So let's boogie and make it happen. So I'm on a 50 road right now. So all I'm gonna do is push up to toggle my speed, and then I'm just gonna push and hold up to get to the nearest zero. So I've got it set right now at 50 kilometers an hour. I can hit the middle button to pause, middle button in order to resume my previously set speed as well. It's that simple to use it. From here, BlueCruise, when you're on highways and interstates, will come on automatically. So we'll see that come into fruition in just a second. All right, and this is the GT, so it's pretty powerful, and let's go. Woohoo! I love that so much. All right, so you can see there, the system is enabled. This is going red because I'm starting to veer over into another lane without signaling. So you'll notice that that happens, and then it's gonna nudge me back into my lane. You'll know that BlueCruise is available because when you turn adaptive cruise control on, watch this, you'll see the screen is blue. You can now take your hands off the wheel completely, and the vehicle is doing everything for you. So it's going to steer, it's going to control the gas, brake, whatever the case may be. It's got you covered, and you have to make sure you're watching the road. Watch this. So if you don't, you'll get these messages. So you have to keep your hands on the wheel, and then eventually it's going to begin working again. So again, once that screen goes blue, then you know that it's available. Speed definitely did not drop to 80 here. Here we go. Okay. So again, system's enabled. I can keep my hands off the steering wheel now, and the vehicle's controlling everything. So it's controlling the gas, the brake, whatever the case may be. I can hit the turn stalk to go left or right, and it's going to check the lanes beside me and then automatically switch lanes for me as well. Very straightforward using it. Then the adaptive cruise control is usable here, so you can decrease your speed there if you want to. Straightforward. You can then cancel this. If you'd like to, you can take over the wheel in order to stop it partway as well. And you do have to make sure you're watching the road, because if you don't, eventually it's going to let you know that you have to keep your eyes on the road. But you can use, there we go, see? So I was looking away just so that you could see what it looks like. But outside of that, you can wear sunglasses. The vehicle's going to recognize your eyes there, so there's no issue from that perspective. And then if you wanted to change lanes, very straightforward to do it. All you're gonna do, hit the right turn stalk or the left one. It checks to see if there's anybody next to you there, and then just automatically changes lanes for you. Same idea. You can hit the turn stalk to go the opposite way, and you're set to go. And it's that easy utilizing the system. So again, BlueCruise will come on automatically. You can push this in order to change your distance. So how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you? You could increase, decrease your speed this way, turn the lane keep system on or off, and then toggle the whole system off completely. But that's how you use the regular cruise, the adaptive, and the BlueCruise feature inside of the Mustang Mach-E.